Yeah. So what are we trying to do here is to change the pose. Let's start with changing the pose. See, I will be demonstrating that to you now, but I also want to show you something. All that I have a website called interact.education, and all the courses inside this is available to you to access for free. I don't know if you have tried this yet or not, but I'll give you a demonstration of one course, one chapter. The same chapter that I'm going to teach you today, I'm giving you a demonstration of that so that you can later refer to this. This is given to you for 6 months. You all will, with your email IDs, you all will have access to all these courses for 6 months. After 6 months, it will get logged out. Okay, so that's that. So the point is, there are chapters here like defocus setup, how to do defocus setup, or how to do prompting, or how to do mood board generation, extract pattern colors. All of this that I've already taught you are already there. Today what I wanted to teach you was to change pose. Okay, first I will demonstrate this, and from this itself I can teach you how to change a pose. Let me show you how. Okay, so when you click on change pose chapter, when this opens, you can do full screen. Okay, now this is designed in such a way that you have to click on it to start. You have to click on these things to work with it. Like I click on start. Okay, only then this whole thing starts. This is not really Defooocus AI. This is a recording of Defooocus AI. Okay, if I'm able to explain myself, you full screen and it is asking you to click here to type a prompt. Obviously that's what you do. So you click here and you type a prompt. So once you click here, it will ask you to type this: a girl wearing a recycled denim short. So I will, yeah, and then you have to press enter. It's written there, you have to press enter. So once you press enter, it will take you to the next page where you have to click to generate. That is exactly what you do in Focus AI also. So you click, and since it's a recorded version, it has quickly come in. Otherwise it takes like a quick few minutes because this is a recorded session. So now this is what came in: a girl wearing recycled denim shorts and a denim crop top with Greek embroidery. Okay, now it is asking you to click on advanced section. What are we doing here? We are trying to change a pose. That is a chapter. You click on the advanced section, change the aspect ratio, click on input image. That's what we normally do. And then we go to image prompt. It's asking you to drag and drop. Yeah, it's giving you instructions to do that. You drag this circle and drop it on this circle. Scroll down and you see there is another photo. Like there are 4 sections. So this is the second section. I'm putting another image. So first I want to change the pose of this model. Okay, how do I do that? I click upload and I put any model with some pose there. This is the pose that I want for that dress. Click on advanced. Now for the first garment I'm doing image prompt, and then there is a slider that we stop at, right? We change. This is the setting that it has changed to. Adjust the slider here. It is the setting it has changed to. So for the first garment we do image prompting, and when we change the scale there. For the second garment we choose Pyra Canny. What is the importance of Pyra Canny? Okay, let me tell you if I have not told it to you earlier. Pyra Canny is something that makes you, that keeps the silhouette of the outside. So outside things it will keep, and inside things it will become this model basically. So Pyra Canny, anything that you want the silhouette of, you use Pyra Canny for any of these projects that you will be doing. Okay, now click here to type a prompt. We'll add to this prompt itself, we will add saying a girl wearing recycled denim shorts and a denim crop top with Greek embroidery, posing with both hands above the head. Model pose. That's exactly what we are adding to the existing prompt. Alright, and then we press enter. Then we generate. See, the previous, so the new model has taken the pose of the other model, right? So this is the entire process. You can click on it and repeat the chapter, or you can exit the chapter, right? So this is something that I have demonstrated to you, not only for you to know what the process is, but when you later on, when I'm not around and you want to visit this chapter again, you can either go for the recording that we are doing right now, or you can actually go and hands-on learn from this particular chapter by going to interact.education. You all are registered in it. The moment you signed up for the course, you all were registered to have access to this. Okay, you can even choose your other chapters also, and then inspiration garments, change color of garments, change fabric on garments, add prints to garments. All of these chapters are already there, and they're all designed to make, to keep in such a way that you'll have to click to go forward, which means your practice is happening while you're learning, right? So that when you go to Defooocus AI, you'll be able to do it the same way. All right, so what I'm doing is I'm adding the link of this particular chapter to the chat box now. You all go, refer to it, and then do the same thing in Defooocus AI with your models. Fair enough? If I hope I have been able to explain the whole thing to you with this example. Okay, so this is something that I'm sharing here. You all go ahead, sign up to this. I wanted to do this in the last, when I'm teaching it towards the ending, so that later on when you're one of classes with me, you can easily refer to these chapters. That is the whole point. Go ahead, try this chapter and see if you can learn from it, and also see if you can do it in Defooocus AI. I'm here for your help if you need it.